friends, welcome back to Liz's Reading Corner, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Liz and I like books, and today we are doing the Counting the Days reading tag. I was tagged in this by the lovely Literary Layer. If you haven't seen any of her videos, I highly recommend you go and check them out. I love her channel. This tag was originally created by To Read As It May Concern and Prose and Petticoat. Full disclosure, I haven't actually watched any of their videos, but I will definitely be going to check them out after I finish doing this. It has 8 prompts and I have not prepared for a single one of them, so this may devolve into chaos. I haven't done a tag video or a reading tag video since the booktube newbie tag, and I have sat down to record this like 3 times and nothing is working. I haven't got past the first question, so chaos. Alright, anyway, let's get it. We're gonna get it done this time. The first question, or the first prompt, is what is a book that excites you because of its cover? And I actually had to think long and hard about this one because I have a habit of, once I've read the book, unless it really sticks with me, it's gone. I found one. Fathom Folk by Eliza Chan. This is Eliza Chan's debut novel, if I can get it. There we go. This is her debut novel, and I don't typically buy books. I try really hard not to impulse buy books because I just don't have a lot of space to store them. And this was an impulse buy. The second I saw this cover, I knew that I had to have it. This is so pretty, and I was really excited. This was actually the first time I found a book. I think there is like a little bit of romance in here, possibly, but it's not an actual romantic-y book from memory. I haven't read it yet. I've soft DNF'd it, but I will be reading it soon. You'll be seeing it in a reading challenge very soon. This was the first book that I found that was not romantic-y, that had a pretty cover. I was complaining earlier in the year about not being able to find books that actually have really nice covers that are not romantic-y. I don't read romance. I definitely don't like romantic-y. So, yeah, I was very excited to find this. And so yeah, Fathom Folk by Eliza Chan. Prompt 2. Question 2? Let's go question. Question number 2 is a book that excites you because of its author. The Ruin. I am going to go with The Ruin by Dervla McTiernan. I read, where is it? Here. Let's try not to make any other book full. Earlier in the year, I read my first Dervla McTiernan, which was What Happened to Nina, and I absolutely loved it. I could not finish this book fast enough. It was so good. And so because of that, The Ruin, I believe that she wrote this one first. This was her new release this year. But anyway, The Ruin by Dervla McTiernan. I really want to try and get this read before the end of this year, but we'll see how we go. I have some pretty huge reading goals for the end of this year, and I may not actually get around to anything else on my really want to reads list. But anyway, question 3 is what is a book that excites you because of its premise? And I would probably have to go with The Book of Doors by, who was it by? Gareth Brown. The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. I have read this. This was amazing. This was everything I wanted from a book about books. So this is a book about books. Or these special books, I think it was 6 of them. They are able to, or these books have special powers, and there is one specific book that if you hold it in your hand and you think about the place where you want to go when you open the door, that door opens to that place. It has to be somewhere where you've been, or like somewhere where you can picture in your brain, or in your mind, sorry, and it will work. And this book, I'd had a couple of really disappointing reads before this, or disappointing books about books, and this absolutely lived up to all of the hype. I gave this 5 stars. I honestly will be rereading this probably early to mid next year because I need to read it again. It was so good. Question number 4 is a book that excites you because of its style, and I don't have one. I don't know if this is specifically what they meant by this prompt, but this is how I'm interpreting it. And I don't actually have one, I have 3. They are, if they will behave themselves, They are the Mina Lima editions of the first 3 Harry Potter books. I'm really, really sad because I found out recently that they will not actually be continuing making any more special editions of the Harry Potter books, and that absolutely devastates me because these are phenomenal. Hold on. The second that I saw these, I had to get them, and you will see why. If you haven't seen these and you can't... Oh. So this is the front cover collection. They have illustrations, maybe, I don't know how to do this front to back, but it is just the way that they are illustrated is amazing. And throughout each book they have like these little special pages, I guess. They have full page illustrations too, but so, oh no, let me take that out. They have, let me see if I can open this. So we have Diagon Alley, if I can open it. That was really awkward. This is Diagon Alley for those who can't recognize it, but this is just honestly my favorite set of books. Like, the designs in them are just, like I said, I don't know if that was the prompt, what the prompt meant, but that is how I took it. They just, oh, all of them, and all 3 of them are the same. I've only read the first one, or read all the Harry Potter books. I've only read the first Mina Lima edition, and I'm going to try and get to the other 2 before the end of this year. That's another reading goal that I have that we'll see what happens. But I love this even more because Mina Lima said the 2, I can't remember the names, but the 2 people who made the Mina Lima company actually were a part of the design for the Harry Potter movies. So that makes it, to me, feel extra special. Question number 5 is a book that excites you because of its influence. I'm going to have to go with my collection of H.P. Lovecraft's stories or tales of horror. I love horror stories. I love the entire horror genre, and I firmly believe that H.P. Lovecraft was instrumental in just the horror genre in general gaining momentum. Obviously there's like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and every other name that I actually had in my brain that is absolutely gone right now, but I still believe also that horror wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for H.P. Lovecraft. I loved every single little story or just everything that was in this book. And yeah, like I said, I think that we have a lot to thank H.P. Lovecraft for. Question number 6 is a book that excites you because of its emotional weight. And I'm going to go with a book that I haven't really seen very many people even talk about, if anyone else. On Booktube is a very old book. So this is a book that I read when I was a child, and that is The Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. This is just a tiny, tiny little novella. This is one of the first like real emotional stories for me. This is also one of my comfort reads, so I guess that says a lot. This is about the natives that used to live on the Galapagos Islands and how they were taken away from their home and essentially wiped out. This follows Karana, and the start of the book is basically about how her tribe deals with hunters that come from overseas and how they almost wipe out like the otter population. There is another ship that comes to take her tribe away, and she is left behind. I don't want to put too many spoilers in here, and basically it just follows her life on the island for, I think it's like around 10 years. Yeah, and it just follows how after she is left behind, just how she survives just a lot of really dangerous situations as a young girl. So I believe she's left behind at like 12 or 14. Just how she lives her life on her own on the Galapagos Islands. Basically, it is absolutely beautiful. It is, I believe, loosely based off of the story of the girl, what do they call it? The girl Robinson Crusoe, who lived on the island for almost 20 years on her own. So yeah, it is heart-wrenching, some of the things that she has to go through. And if for such a small read, you go through a huge range of emotions. And this is, again, sorry, the light is really really wanting to reflect off the books today. Highly recommend you read it. So number 7 is a book that excites you because of its humor. Because of its humor. This and the entire series of the other 2 books here. The Bartimaeus trilogy. This was, I think, one of the first book series that I actually bought, and unfortunately the pages started falling out the second that I opened it. But the humor in this, so this is, I'm probably going to say a YA series, but the humor in this is really funny. So we follow Nathaniel, who summons a djinn, Bartimaeus, to do his bidding, and Bartimaeus is absolutely full of sass. Jonathan Stroud did really, really well in writing Bartimaeus. I absolutely love him. He has stuck with me. I have read these books I don't know how many times, and I will be reading them very soon actually with my son. My son loves the covers of them. He is just not quite at the age where we can be reading them yet. But a few more years and we'll get there. This is just, I think, one of my favorite. Bartimaeus is definitely one of my favorite sassy, funny characters. Like, he's amazing. I don't think anything that I could say or any description that I could give would do him any justice. It just, if you like YA, highly recommend picking it up. It is an older series. It was released, so 2003. Yeah, so it is old. It's 20 years old. Showing my age. Absolutely showing my age, but it's a really good read. The last question is a book that excites you because of its challenge or difficulty, and I've already picked this one. This was the only one that my immediate thought was The Will of the Many. Oh, I've still got the sticker on there. Much better. There we go. Stickers off. The Will of the Many. I tried to read this earlier this year, but I had to take it back to the library, and I just never got a chance to reborrow it. And then I found it for really, really cheap, so I bought it. I have watched a few YouTubers who have spoken about this book. There are quite a few that I've watched that have actually DNF'd it because they just couldn't get through it, and everyone that did actually get through it has said what an amazing book it is. It is just chunky, and the writing is tiny, so it is intimidating to me, and I read a lot of chunky books, but just based on like how it is represented in BookTube that I have seen, it seems like a really difficult book to get through. So I want to try and get through this. Not that it won't be this year, but maybe January it will be on my TBR. See how we go. But yeah, that is my pick for a book that excites me because of its difficulty. Those are the books that I have for the Counting the Days tag. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me waffle on. I don't really tag other channels in book tags, so I don't know who I would tag in this. I'm probably going to go, and this is going to be the same for every tag, reading tag video that I do. I'm just going to say, if you would like to do this challenge and you watch this video, tag me or comment on this video and let me know that you've done it, and I will absolutely go and watch your video, because I don't know. If you want to do it, let me know that you've done it, I'll watch your video. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. If you have gotten this far, and you would like to let me know any books that you think of when you hear these questions, I would absolutely love to hear them. I'm always wanting to find books to add to my TBR list. I've managed to get it down quite significantly this year. I'm at 115 books, so we're 35 books over my 80 books goal for this year, so I definitely need more books to add to my TBR. If you enjoyed my video or you like what I do here, please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.